What's up YouTube? My name is Josh, and today we're going to be doing a sort of a Sunday review kind of thing where we're going to discuss about cards that have been announced during the week, and we're going to be talking about the LLDS that happened in Cardiff Firestorm yesterday. So with me we have Smallfry.
Hello.
And we're just going to be talking, about what I said really. So let's talk about the LLDS that happened yesterday where you were judging.
Yeah,
So you got 15 deck lists, and we've got 8 to talk about.
Yeah, pretty much. Top 8, and anything after that is pretty irrelevant, if you ask me.
So let's jump into the first one, shall we?
Yeah, sure. Let me bring that up then. Can't remember which window it is. Here it is. Found it. Okay, so we got this BAPK deck.
Which topped the LLDS yesterday.
Yes, this is the first place deck list.
Well, what noticed me straight away is just the 3-pop design as well.
Mate, it's good. I've been telling everyone it's good in the deck, and like, there's a small selection of people at the locals, and they just don't like the card in this deck. And I was like, no, mate, it's good. And they still argue today, but card's good in the deck.
Yeah.
More people should play.
Especially good with the triple though.
Well, see, the thing is like people like those same people who are like, oh, 3-pot desires is too much, even 1's too much. They're the same kind of people who are like saying, well, that's too much draw power. You're gonna deck out. And I'm just like, well, not really, because you're more likely to banish your extra copies of draw power. I rolled that shit. So yeah.
Okay. So, any other mentions that you want to bring up about the deck before we look into more detail?
Well, it's interesting to see that he's still playing Maxi. I honestly would have thought that would have been relegated to the side deck, potentially.
Still a really good card too, to be fair, so...
Well, I don't know, this Druid's just dropped Barnes on me. Prick. And 1 as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not fun. But no, I like the deck. It's really clean, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's got the correct ratio of just about everything. And
It looked like it'd be really consistent as well in games.
yeah, well, that shows because obviously it's the first place deck list. So
yeah.
It was going to have some benefit to it.
Only the one Ragged gloves though.
You'll probably find that most Burning Abyss / Phantom Knight hybrids will actually play a 3-to-1 ratio, as you can see in here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's quite a standard ratio.
I haven't really been paying much attention to the deck, lol.
It's probably because you're crap.
Anything unusual in the extract then? Let's move on to the extra. Pretty much standard main deck.
Kill this Barnes. In the extra deck. No, the extra deck is pretty standard. Like, he plays Corbage with Giga Brilliant. Like,
yeah.
I've always loved this version of the deck because it synergizes so well with the Dante attacking.
Won me so many games, so that engine.
Exactly. It's just good in general. Really? You're just gonna go for a Tempo Prince? Okay. Have a...
I have no time for games.
But yeah. 2 Lavier, standard, 2 Breaksword, 2 Dante.
Yeah.
It just has an answer for everything. And the side deck again, it's pretty standard for where a Burning Abyss deck is concerned. It just runs extra copies of certain stuff. Triple anti-spell to make Pendulum play a scoop, and Pendulum Trap Hole in case he doesn't see anti-spell. And just
those Flying Seas though.
Flying Sea, again, just kill the mirror match.
It's an amazing card in general, so...
Well, that's the thing, you just kill the mirror match with it.
Yeah.
Do I brawl this? If I brawl, I still win.
Yeah. Brawl, okay.
Let none survive.
Nah, I think we'll just roll wind. it'll kill my Sylvanas as well.
So let's move on to the second place deck profile then, sorry.
Okay, yeah, sure. Just pull it up now. Here we go, and we have a Blue Eyes deck.
Blue Eyes, which has some like OTG text going on in here, but yeah. Like you don't normally see TCG players running Master for starters.
Let's negotiate.
Wait, what now?
Master Advisor Blue.
Master Advisor Blue. What does this
It's slowly becoming more of a popular card in the Blue Eyes deck.
Oh right, yeah. You shuffle it into your deck and special summon a Blue Eyes from your graveyard.
Yeah.
Huh.
Nice little card anyway.
Well, it gives you a decent grind game. See, that's one of the ways you can think about it. In fact, I'm not gonna attack.
And you can also say the Fabled card as well.
Yeah, Catsith. I think you actually see Catsith in quite a few deck lists. I mean, it's searchable off Sage, so like
yeah.
To start with. And when you discard it for say, Melody or
Set one face of the card on the field and destroy it.
I mean, it also again it synergizes with Master of the Eyes of Blue.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
So of course the standard 3 Blue Eyes, 3 alternative dragons to spam the field. 2 spirits, which is just amazing with the ancient stones. The 1 desires.
Yeah, and the only reason for that is he only has 1.
Yeah.
There's some inside information.
Spare the planet at 0.
Well, to be honest, with him only playing 1, it's very... Well, actually, I don't know. It's quite likely that he sold the card, because again, like, this deck already runs a lot of draw power anyway in the form of trading.
Yeah.
There's no cards of consonants, which is interesting. Makes me wonder how he gets most of his stuff to the grave, but then again, Master with
He's playing Dark Matter, so...
I suppose you dump him out of deck instead.
Why doesn't he really get stuff out of your hand? And
yeah.
like you said, you can dump them with stuff like Melody and 20 Curses, but...
Yeah, completely agree. I dislike the one of Silver's Cry. Like, I suppose as a one of you can just use it to like push for game in the battle phase.
It's also a crit play as well, so you have to think of that.
Phoenix when Windblast is an interesting one.
Yeah.
I suppose there's his discard outlets for some of this stuff as well.
Also, stuns your opponent a lot.
Send your opponent into what, sorry?
Stuns your opponent a lot.
Well, yeah, you make them draw the same fucking shit card that they already tried to play, so...
Yeah.
Again, pretty standard, but has all the extra good stuff to go with it.
So, onto the extra deck now, which looks really generic. Is what I'm looking for.
Yeah, well, they're always gonna look generic.
Yeah, it's a top tier deck, for Christ's sake. So you can see the UI is the Blue Eye Spirit Dragons, because Spirit Dragons are Pendulum's worst nightmare.
Pendulums and Burning Abysses. Well, not so much Burning Abysses, because funnily enough, Spirit Dragon can't interrupt chains, like multiple chains that go on the, or multiple effects that go on the chain.
Yeah.
But Spirit can always negate the last one. So again, Burning Abyss and stuff can play around it just by organising the chain specifically.
It's just the fact that Pendulum spells can't Pendulum summon more than one monster.
Indeed.
So we have the Crystal Wing as well. Pretty standard, especially with the Blue Eye Spirit Dragon, because you can just tribute to special summon it.
Expensive too.
Yeah. Expensive extra deck we're looking at here, so the obvious dark matter to send all the shit to graveyard, plus banishes 3 monsters from the opponent's deck, which is pretty decent. If I believe it has an extra effect if they can attack twice, yeah.
I thought that was
on
Tachyon.
monsters.
Is that Tachyon?
Nah, it's Galaxy Eyes.
Oh, Galaxy has it too. I know Tachyon has it. Didn't know Galaxy has it.
Detach 1 can make 2 attacks on monsters during each battle phase.
Oh, okay.
So then of course we're playing the rest of the Galaxy pack.
The rest of the extracts, again, pretty standard.
And another one I mention is number 46, Dragulon.
Again, it's seeing more play. It's
yeah. I just
probably
love the interactions between the Blue Eyes Mirror match with this card.
Yeah. Wow, I've just been wrecked by this Ragnaros. It's like shot me in the face like 3 times. Jesus Christ.
So much fun.
Yep.
I have an axe to grind.
Side deck looks pretty good at the same time as well. Magical
Before going on to the
Springs.
side deck, like he's got a Cyber Dragon Infinity in here. Like, why?
I think that may be my fault or something when I was up doing the deck list, so if you want to try that.
I don't know. Is he playing the Infinity? Yes, he is playing the Infinity.
Ah, okay.
That's definitely an Infinity in his deck list. So, how does he make it? Let's see if we can work this out.
X-Rise the Universe.
Oh, is that it? Is that what's been inside, is it?
Yeah. He's citing 2 X-Rays
right,
the
yeah.
Universe.
So, I suppose he goes up against a BA or a PK player. He sees a Dante and a Breaksword and he goes, "Oh, cheers, mate. That's a Cyber Dragon Infinity. Thank you very much."
Yeah.
And sticks 2 fingers up at his opponent. Well, I'd hope not, because that can result in a warning. But yeah, pretty standard. You've got the Source of Concealing Light to turn off shit like Majesty's Vanities, Twin Twisters to get rid of those AIDS Demise decks, Magical Springs, Draw Power Visible Pendulums, Raigeki, same reason as Swords,
DD Crows, Mirror Match,
yeah,
BA.
DD Crow, Return of the Dragonlords, Target Blue Eyes, DD Crowette, Fizzles, like GG, Maxi in the side, probably where it belongs in my opinion, but I guess it.
I still prefer if you got rid of the main deck for it, then it should deserve the main deck space in all fairness.
Potentially, and then you got the Gam Seals as standard.
Yeah.
Alright, should we go on to 3rd place now?
Sure.
3rd place, what have we got for 3rd place? Oh, it's yeah, it's the Fiend's Divine deck.
It's this deck.
Okay, yeah, okay, you can talk about this deck, because I refuse to talk about a Helmet deck.
You refuse to talk about how this deck could just lock your opponent out of everything. More than less.
Like, there's some interesting techs in there, and like I can explain a bit more about them because I've spoken to this particular player.
So for starters, Invader of Darkness. Your opponent cannot activate quick play spell cards.
29 beat stick as well. Gets beaten over by a Blue Eyes, and it is a level 8, but
Yeah.
just
But stop stuff like Twin Twisters, so you can't destroy the back. So your opponent can't destroy your back row.
yeah, so that
MST, can't MST.
turns off MSTs and
Cosmic Cyclones.
Cosmic Cyclones, Twin Twisters, just turns them all off.
Yeah. So it's quite hard to get rid of the back row and when you're playing against this deck, if he has that on his side of the field.
Indeed.
Surprising card, the Suppression Pluto.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen this in some of the OCG deck lists as well. I don't really know what it's doing here. Look at your opponent's hand.
So you can declare a card, name, look at your opponent's hand, and if you have declared, will appeal one of the effects. So it becomes like a snatch steal or destroy a spell track card your opponent controls, and then destroy that, and then set.
So it's basically like the Tree Toad before Tree Toad exists. The second effect anyway.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good.
Like straight away that you can see this player was trying to get people angry with the triple vanities and the majesties.
Put this apple on your head.
I'm surprised nobody punched him, if I'm honest.
Yeah,
Really
I think a player who plays this deck does deserve nothing.
No, I wouldn't say he deserved it. Like, what did he do? He made a meta call of playing Invader of Darkness and Suppression Pluto. Did it work?
Yeah.
He got 3rd place, so
it must have worked.
it worked.
Just so everyone out there knows, there was a total of 30 people at the LDS.
Yep, 30, bang on 30. So a nice, easy 5-round day.
It's getting hot in here.
Very fun event. Much wow.
So, as you can see, the card of demise.
Jeff, why didn't this deck get banned, or that card get banned? Like, it's so gay.
Because Konami's just milking the money out of the card.
Like, I get that when the ban list was due, and like everyone was like, "Oh mate, it gives us a ban list," and like shit like that. Like, what was it? Card of Demise was only like a month or 2 old, and you can't really ban a card that early. But like, some sort of hit, like just
Emergency list.
Well, just giving it a quick tickle, you know, put it to 2 and then put it to 1.
Yeah.
Just to tickle it. Because in the next format, we're probably going to see the same thing as Japan, the Frog Zoic deck.
Which is going to be amazing. To some extent.
Amazing? Maybe? Probably not.
Depends how good Tree Toad is actually going to be.
I keep wasting that my
Why?
worst. Because I needed to.
Yeah.
But yeah, the rest of this deck is pretty much standard. You've got Mausoleums, which put these really big cards down on the board. Because there's no Tribute Fodder in this whatsoever.
Nope.
And then you have Dark
Quick
Bribe.
defense and shit like that.
But yeah.
Dark Bribe though.
Yeah, there was multiple people playing Dark Bribes at this event, which really surprised me.
So we could see Dark Play coming back into play more often.
No, we probably
No?
won't. We really.
Well, with the amount of people that actually were playing it, so I would say something.
I'm pretty sure there was at least 3 players playing it, which is what? That's like 10% of this, isn't it?
Yeah.
10% of humans on this planet are going to start running Dark Bride. There's probably more of them because casuals love the card. Competitive,
Yeah.
not so much. Really? Did you have to Stampede and code all that? You dickhead.
Another weird card that I can actually see in this deck is the huge revelation is over.
I think that's the kind of stuff like
It's
Twin
multiple
Twister.
destruction cards.
Yeah, Twin Twister, Full House. Again, Full House is a card we see in some other side deck choices.
I
Yeah.
have no time for games.
Am I just gonna get wrecked by every shit deck on Hearthstone today?
Yeah, just because you're streaming it.
Probably. Like here, have a move. Yeah, the rest of this is pretty. The rest of this is pretty standard. Like you've got the rank 8 toolbox, you got the rank 6 toolbox, you got the Gaia charges to stick into the rank 6s. There's a Utopia in here. I don't know what that is for. There's no cherries in this side, so
I think it's may have just been a filler card. I'm not sure.
potentially. There's probably like I'd argue like a second Felground would have been better. Like just because Felground is good. But it looks like he had all of his bases covered here, and the side deck was just how to make my opponent kill himself, really, with all
Yeah, basically.
the light and the band
And the cubic
Fancy
spawns.
yeah, the cubic spawns. Like I ran into this card, it's really gay.
Yeah.
Nobody likes it.
Plus, if Yeah, okay. Yeah, so basically the side decks just
Yeah, how to
make my deck more cancerous.
How to make that kind of times out. But yeah, like the healing one thing, just the snatch steal on crack. It's just nuts. Oh my god, the Sylvanas won the brawl.
Is it your one or his one?
It's his.
Oh, okay.
I didn't know we were playing Concede Warrior this weekend. And rank 15. Like a struggle. Oh dear. But yeah, well that's his deck list. Again, the only notable card in here is Mausoleum. It's pretty good, but everything else just supports around it.
So now we're done with the helmet deck. Let's move on to deck number 4.
And we've got, what is it? Oh my god. Just why?
Move from one cancer deck to the next cancer deck.
Alright, you can take it away. You've clearly got a boner for the cancer decks.
I love cards of my style decks.
Alright, I'm gonna go play mid-range Shaman then, because, oh shit, do I even have mid-range Shaman?
So main deck is pretty much self-explanatory, with the various statue, shit, cancer, kill myself cards that basically just say that your opponent cannot special summon monsters. So along with the fossil fighters as well, it just makes a very impenetrable field.
Yeah, we don't like impenetrable fields. We like, you know.
It is weak monsters, which is the problem.
Yeah, but then Seal of Orichalcos and then like lances.
Mirror shields,
yeah,
lance, swords.
And I'm actually surprised there's not like a mage power in here or something. United We Stand, whatever it's called. Just to kind
Mage
of
power.
like, yeah, just to kind of like support the fact that, you know, you're running a shit deck.
I think he played Mirror shields over them because Mirror shield is kind of better than the cards. So.
Well, problem with Moon Mirror Shield is that you're only dealing 100 damage every time you beat over a monster, whereas Mage Power gives you, you know, quite a beat stick.
Yeah, so Necro Valley is another card to mention.
Yeah. To be honest, I actually don't like Necro Valley. Like, yes, it stops blue eyes and stuff, so in that respect, it's pretty good. But it's always weak to back row removal and mass removal.
Yeah.
And it doesn't affect things like Burning Abyss and Phantom Lights as much as you think it would.
No, because he can still do stuff.
Exactly.
Apart from that, majority of this is really self-explanatory and staple, rather than stuff that we have mentioned already. Like, he's playing the Phantom Light trap cards to boost the attack and macro, but...
Yep.
And we see another player that's playing Dark Bribe as a trap card lineup.
Another Dark Bribe, is it? Yay.
Yeah.
More AIDS Fest.
So we see 2 out of the top 4 decks that are actually playing Dark Bribes.
Icky.
So, apart from that, the only other card that I want to mention is the Powerful Rebirth.
It gives him... Oh, okay, I think that's to give him rank 5 access.
Special summons it, gives it another level, and then 100 more attack and defense.
Yeah, so it makes his level 4 as level 5, but he can't make Cyber Dragon Nova, which is his only level 5 in here.
With any of his monsters that he brings back, he can't special summon anything from his extra deck.
Yep, so it's completely a waste.
The extra deck is all cherry targets.
Did you bring some
Yes. And if I'm honest, like, he's made a mistake as well. Like, the only improvement I would make to this is to play less cards in the extra deck. And that would be the same for...
Explain your reason on that.
And the same goes with the last deck as well, the third place deck which we've just seen.
Yeah.
Just to play less cards in the extra deck, and you want to play around about 8 is a good number. My reasoning behind it is purely to counter. Shit, I've just misplayed. Oh well. My reason behind it is the deck Dark Synchro, the hand loop deck, still exists in the TCG at the moment because we've still got Levelator.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have it for like another 3 or 4 months or so. One of the cards that deck sometimes plays is Recover, and that card is a card that like requires certain cards, a number of cards to be in the extra deck in order to use its effect.
Yeah.
So by having less cards in the extra deck, yes, it means less cherry targets, but then it means you're not going to lose to a hand loop.
Yeah.
Let's throw an RNG Lightning Storm out.
Hopefully you actually win that game for us.
I'm playing mid-range tournament, so fuck this paladin.
Yeah.
Suck my ass.
Anyway, saying all cherry targets, we can see the 3 winter cherries in the side deck.
But yeah, using less cards in the extra deck would actually allow him to play around Recover.
None may steal our
Yeah.
But other than that, I don't have much else to put onto that note.
So we can see more sort of cards like Banisher or the Radiance.
Yeah, more gay cards like Banisher. We got Jowgen again, and Jowgen in defense mode, along with all of the protection cards like Storming,
It's just
Mirror
cancer.
Force, Strike. It just basically says, hey, I get to play YuGiOh really, really slowly, and you don't get to play it at all.
I wonder how many times these 2 players went into time on their games.
reporting for duty.
Without saying names, like, quite a lot of these people actually managed to stay within a reasonable time frame, actually. Which is quite surprising, I know. This paladin's just getting a shaft. But yeah, all of this stuff, it's pretty standard. Again, as it always is. Like these decks, like the only thing you really do is just change the engine piece of the main deck monsters that you use. But yeah, these players didn't actually go into time all that much.
Yeah.
I think only maybe 2 or 3 lines
Wow.
out of the, I think, total of 15 games that they would have played. Really? Another... Oh, have this.
Any other notes about the side deck on this deck then?
Nope. I don't think there's anything else in here that needs to be mentioned specifically. No, there's just cherries, which I actually don't like in demise decks because, like, I know you're more likely to just have one monster on the board and nothing else. But if you can't resolve, like, if you draw like cherries off desires and you can't resolve it, like, that's just a neg.
Yeah.
Although it's a nice 1800 wall, so it's not too bad. But again, it could be better. See. Smash him with this. Nope, I'm 1 damage off lethal. Oh well.
So do you want to move on to the next one then? Deck number 5?
1 damage off lethal. Yep, deck list number 5.
And we actually have a fun deck this time.
Oh my
Then that.
god, it's freaking Hearthstone deck.
Which is actually a pretty interesting deck to talk about with some of the texts in this list.
No, it's not. It's actually pretty standard.
I'm just talking about 1 day piece to be fair, so...
It's an extra upstart goblin, and a mermaid player doesn't die by playing it. Hey, look, I won a game with Shaman. Because Shaman is so balanced in Hearthstone at the moment. I mean,
Obviously.
I say it's a standardized list. Like, there's a couple of interesting things in here. You've got the Poseidra to start with. You've got the One Day of Peace, as you've already mentioned, and I don't often see Abyss Scale of the Kraken in this deck. I might be wrong, but it's not something you always see.
No.
It's usually always.
It's player preference, really.
Yeah, player preference this, player preference that. That's a shit hand. Keep Totemic.
Well, to be fair, it is a mandatory effect negation as well, so monster effect negation.
Yeah, true. I think just saying no to spells is just the best option, so I'm surprised we don't see more and multiple Mizuchis. But I suppose if you activate multiple of, I think they all trigger at the same time to negate one spell, so it's pretty much a neg. I don't know, I haven't seen anything on it, and I'm not looking into it right now. But yeah, the Poseidra's interesting, you know, the True Nade.
Poseidra is interesting with the marksman.
You have to tribute 3 though, that's pretty... It's a pretty steep cost, mate.
Normally, the way that I've seen this person play this deck is that he discards the Poseidra or stuff like Megalo and Teus.
Okay.
And then summons the marksman and summons the Poseidra back from the graveyard when it inflicts spell damage.
Okay, but he's not getting the True Nade effect off it. Oh wait, you can summon it from the graveyard as well, can't you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Right, that makes a bit more sense. It's not really a neg.
Plus you can summon it off the mark, like just summon it and you just get...
Oh yeah, you can
sorry
also
about my voice.
Marksman,
That's 3/7 on the field.
Yeah, it's
That's
2/8
28 beat deck.
So that's pretty nuts. And again,
So when you're going for push damage...
Yeah, this deck wants to push damage more than anything else. Oh, totems. Gotta love the healing totem.
More Grave Greed is an interesting draw card for the deck.
No, it's not. Like every deck runs it.
It is an interesting draw card for the deck.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
It's a mulligan. It's shuffle 2, draw 3. It's basically Cosmo. And there really is no two ways about it. Right, what do you think we're gonna get at the Barns?
Tonight, a tale of
What we getting? What we getting? We got a Totem Golem. That's shit. Yeah, Mora Greed really isn't interesting. Pot of Desires, it's a little bit risky in this. Like, you are playing quite a few one-offs in the form of, like, I can kind of guess that Poseidra isn't a mandatory card, so if you banish it, who gives a shit, right?
Yeah, it's just an optional thing that if you have, you have.
Dragoons, like, you have 2 of them, you only really need 1 of them.
Plus, we net the beast for the pots anyway, you'll pop both out of decks, so...
True. Oh my god, did she really just clear my board? Twat.
Did you bring some fish?
Give me something good. Give me something good. That's right. Okay, that's something good. Actually, right. But yeah, Pot of Desires is actually pretty good in this deck. The side deck is pretty standard, apart from the surprise ref panel we've got in here.
Wow, if you want to draw 2 off your opponent's Pot of Desires, it's amazing.
Oh mate, do you like this ref panel?
So, basically it turns into your opponent banishes 10 cards from the top of the deck and you draw 2 cards.
Talk about the neg 10, right?
Yeah.
Did you bring some fish?
Apart from that, to be fair, most of it's pretty standard by the risky free anti-spell in the side deck, but...
Well... The thing is, you don't actually... well, that's the question. Do you side anti-spell in against every deck? Should he not be maining it instead? Because I can think of a couple of...
to be fair, I don't really see enough room in main deck for the anti-spells, but that's probably me
well, that's the thing.
thinking
You
about
could just chuck them in there anyway. Like, you could take out this right here, maybe the 1 day too, and you could quite easily just chuck all 3 of them in because you're playing Pot Desires. Like, you're likely gonna banish at least one of them, based off statistics. Like,
Yeah.
There is a lot at stake.
Apart from that, to be fair, side deck is pretty much standard this format. From what we've seen.
indeed. Okay.
Part of the battle fader.
The action isn't exactly interesting. Like, what do? You can play a lightning in this deck. Other than that, nope, everything's pretty simple. No, no crystal wing though, but you can't really make 8s in this deck. So. Moving on.
Plus, crystal ring needs a synchro as well.
Yeah, exactly. So, 6th place. We've got Hippo dot deck. How the hell did he clear my board? Oh, seriously? Cthulhu, Cult Sorcerer into Arcane Explosion. Just clear the entire board. Prick.
Sounds fun. So you're going to discuss about this deck again?
Well, it's a pretty simple deck really. You've got Gofu that you just drop out your hand, which has the same summoning condition as Terratop, so they kind of clash. But I suppose you can still normal Terratop, and you still get to search your Tactical, so I guess it's not too bad. Gofu plus any card in this deck, aside from Triad Dice, is a level 8 synchro, be it Scrap Dragon, Omega, not Trishula, that's for sure. You've got the standard Phantom Knight lineup, that's a bit of a tongue twister. I don't know what they do, I just play against the deck and just hope I win really.
Yeah. So an interesting tech in this is the pseudo E-Teddy engine with the Hippo art levels.
Shit. Sorry, say that again?
An interesting take that I see that you mentioned beforehand was the Super Hippo Carnival.
Yes,
being
I've
pseudo
just
E-Teddy.
looking through my pile of commons to find my Ultra Hippo with the 3 carnivals, because it's with E-Tally getting hit to 1 in the last list, like it's no longer beneficial to play E-Tally and E-Tally targets. You're better off playing this Hippo Carnival, Super Hippo Carnival that I'm highlighting here, and the Hip Hippo itself, because it's always live. Special summon the Performer Pile Hip Hippo from the hand deck or grave. Level 3 on the board. Thank you very much. I'll always take that.
So the Spiral lineup is actually pretty much staple, to be fair. But are the choice of playing free mass change second?
Again, that's just an optional tech choice.
Because Dark Law is insane.
Yeah, well, Dark Law is pretty nuts. You can pretty much stick Dark Law next to anything and it just improves the quality of your board.
Yeah.
But interestingly enough, you can mass change 2 on Gofu tokens.
Nice.
Which not many people knew at that event, so
Yeah.
it's something. Oh well, this mage is dead unless he gets a heal off this yard. And he just got rid of his form. Please don't heal, please don't. Oh my god, he just froze my board. Please die. Please die. Please die. Is there anything else you'd like to say about this deck though? Because
not the main deck, no, because the trap cards are pretty much staple. Edge deck pretty much the only thing is free Levier. The choice to play free Levier.
Yeah, triple Levier. It might be a little bit too much, but again, he's come 6th place. It must have served him well.
Yeah.
Somehow. Don't ask me how.
Just looping all the Phantom Knights is just amazing, I'm guessing.
Yeah. possibly, because I know most of them, if you have them, they just cause a lot of problems. Let's hope this Storm clears the board. 1, 2.
Anything else about this trick you want to say?
Nope. Again, like, you can see most of these Phantom Knight players or Phantom Knight hybrid players playing Rhapsody and Berserk.
Let's make magic.
That'll be good against Blue Eyes and ABCs, so I can see why it's being played at the moment.
Once ABCs come out to become meta.
Yeah.
Side deck looks pretty much.
Spirit Claws. Oh, am I gonna get the right card? That's a mana type. Oh, that's not what I wanted. What's this? No, I didn't get the spell power totem. Dickhead. I don't think it's going to me anyway. Maybe I can hit 3 times on this one. I'll be lucky. But yeah, this guy's got it all figured out though. He's got the Kaijus in the extra, inside rather. He's got the Alia Justice Cycle readers for Blue Eyes matchup. And again, these are good against ABCs. Goes through Monasteries to absolutely trash the mirror match. Twin Twisters, Shifted Gnomes, that'll trash the mirror match too. Full House, this is to kind of like shit on the helmet players, which probably didn't work because again there's 2 helmet players just ahead of this deck, and the anti-spell fragrance just because this card should be in the main deck. And I just lost it. Fucking Temple Mage, this deck needs to die.
So you done with that deck this then?
Yeah, that one's done. Next one.
Same deck.
Same deck. It's the same deck, is it?
Nah, it's actually PK5 this time.
It's the hybrid, isn't it? But
yeah.
As you already can see, there's quite a lot of similarities. It's just this guy is a bit smarter, and he's actually put the anti-spell into his main deck, which is where it belongs.
Yeah.
No Pot of Desires though. Clearly, if you play Pot of Desires, you come first.
Seeing that all the deck lists with Pot of Desires are coming higher up in the list.
Indeed.
In the rankings.
So that should tell you that the card is broken. Go and get your playset now before it ends up being a £200 card. And play it. You will
Mecha Phantom Beast Trigger Sack all over again.
Pretty much, yeah. I wasn't around in that format, but I can probably see it happening. I have heard.
From what I've got told, I think it reached like 150 a piece.
I didn't hear it go that high, but I wouldn't doubt it. But yeah, again, it's pretty much the same deck list as the first place almost. There's just no desires in it. He opted to play some different techs like Kargamusha Knight, which is just
which I've seen in a lot of builds, to be fair.
Well, it's just the rank 3 toolbox for what's it called? The level 4 thing that special summons itself as a reptile. You know what I'm on about, don't you?
Kage,
that's the one. Yeah, it's just the level 3 version of that. So
yeah. So there's not really much to say about the main deck. 'Cause it's pretty much standard for the list that we've mentioned about.
yeah, it's all one of the ship BAs, 3 Scar, limited Seer and Graph, maximum Cox, only 2 Allure. Perhaps he didn't feel 3 was mandatory. Perhaps he tested 3 and didn't like it. Doesn't like banishing. But then you play the Leviers, so that this Allure Darkness Jib doesn't become a neg. So potentially if he decided to play the 3rd one, he could try and squeeze in a second Levier.
Yeah.
Maybe. But I suppose in a more BA centric deck you really don't need it. The multiple Leviers. You more need it for the Phantom Knight pure version. But yeah, extra deck's pretty standard. Again, playing Corbage, just like first place. As I've already said, I love this card. I think it's great in this deck. It synergizes very well with Dante. Blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Coach Lord, Ultimate Trainer. Again, you see this every now and again with XYZ Universe. And you've pretty much got every card to hit every deck. You've got Fog King for, you know, the odd Monarch matchup. You've got Cycle Readers.
Mask, Restrict.
Yeah, there's the Mask Restrict 2. You've got the third copy of Twin Twist from the side. 2 extra copies of Concealing for
System Downs.
decks. Yeah, the System Downs to just in case you see a Cosmo player and you just really want to give him the shaft. Tome Shield, I really don't know what this does. It's a normal monster that's a trap. If it's sent to the grave, you can banish it, and you can target one trap your opponent controls and negate its effects. So I suppose it's another card to kind of counter those demise gay and shit. And he's got
Typhoons.
copies of Typhoons again,
Which are the actual hand traps.
Yep, again, but it's obvious. It's for demise. That's what it's for. And then you've got the XYZ Universe specifically for... you can actually go into Corbage, I think, with 2 rank 3s, perhaps. I don't know if they have to meet the requirement. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. But either way, it's for getting rid of Beatrices and going into Ultimate Trainer. Came 7th, so obviously knew what he was doing. And then we have 8th place. This will be the last
Which is
deck.
the best deck that we're gonna talk about.
Oh my god, this is another helmet deck. Oh
no, it's Madolchi.
It's Madolchi. It's Madolchi. There it is. There's a Madolchi deck. Why is Madolchi in the top? Filer, tell us why Madolchi is in the top.
Because it's the best deck of the format confirmed. Played at Worlds. Did good at Worlds. I did okay at Worlds, but...
I can't remember, but I'm pretty sure I spoke to this guy for about 5 minutes between one of the rounds. This is basically a net deck from Worlds.
Yeah.
Versus
The fact that Tiramisu is a non-targeting shuffle card is amazing as well.
Do you reckon Madolchis could get hit?
No, Madolchi's probably won't get hit.
Do you not reckon it could be an indirect hit to things like, say, Brilliant Fusion?
Brilliant Fusion could get hit because of other decks as well.
What, like Synchro
Like,
Fusion?
Brilliant Fusion just helps a shit ton of decks.
Like Synchro Fusions, right?
Yeah. As well as decks like this, and then what's left over of Monarchs are used in this card.
Yeah, that's true. They still play it, don't they? Yeah, because it gives them the extra rank.
Also gives them more tribute fodder as well, so if they need it.
Icky. But yeah, I've tried to play Madolchis once. I didn't like it. That's mainly because I suck at the deck.
It's really combo based, the deck.
I really dislike the mechanic where they actually go back to the extra, back to the main deck as well. I think that's like really awkward.
Pair that with stuff like Chateau and Ticket, and it's really good.
Like granted it has plays to do, but like again, to me it's just really awkward. Like I like graveyard centric decks, so I will
hence why you play zombies.
Mate, I've not played
And
zombies I've actually not played zombies in like a couple of years now.
Really?
Really?
Oh, okay.
It would have been the start of Necros format when I gave them up.
Oh yeah, when Level Chain. No, it wouldn't be start of Necros format, would it? They said Level Chain.
Right in the middle of the format, because Necros was still a thing after Level Chain was banned.
But they were a thing before it as well, so...
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, about the
because of the Gin Lock!
Yeah, so about the middle of the format was when I decided to disappear.
Yeah.
From using that deck. Do we play this? I don't think we play this. We probably play this. The answer is no.
An interesting card that I can see in this is Compulse.
Yeah, the Compulse is always going to be our weird one. This card should go to 3. I don't think he should have been playing it at 1. But again, it's the kind of same thing as before.
Well, he can't really play it at 2, can he?
Well, no. Unless he wants a notification or whatever. A sanction for it. I mean, you could quite easily get rid of, like, this Book of Moon, this Compulse, and something else that's not really needed. Maybe the third strike, because I think 3's too many. And you could just main deck the 3 anti-spells and you've got a good deck.
Yeah.
Maybe he would have done better, maybe not. I don't know. Find out next time.
So moving, anything else you want to say about the main deck then? Any other like?
Nope. He's playing Chocolate Slap. There's a thing.
Yeah. He's also playing Fairy Tale Snow.
Yeah. That's just there to banish the janky spells that you've already used.
And you sent off Brilliant Fusion, so.
Indeed. Right.
So extra deck wise, we're looking at the Seraph Knights and 2 instant fusion targets. One being the Nordin and the other being the Dragoness, the Wicked Knight.
Yeah, well, the one at Worlds, I'm pretty sure used Fusionist, which is, again, it's the same kind of thing. I think it's like just a beast and an earth. I think.
I'm not sure.
I'll double check now because I still have the program open. Yeah, Fusionist is a Earth Beast level 3. It makes practically no difference. I suppose if you wanted to bring Dress the Wicked Knight back for any reason whatsoever. It's a bigger beat stick by like 300 points.
Apart from that, all the extra deck is pretty much staple for the deck, to be fair.
There's a couple of things that you could change, but again, it's all personal tax, really.
Yeah.
Everything in here is good though. Could probably use a cherries in the side because he main decks some of the stuff that other archetypes use.
Yeah.
So, but again, as I've already said, take out the Book of Moon and the Compulse and a Strike. Stick 3 anti-spells in, and then the 2 anti-spells that are in his side. Take the Soul Drain out, and there's 3 cherries.
Yeah.
And then he's got a good deck.
So that's that deck then.
Indeed.
And that sums up the top 8 deck lists that we're actually going to be talking about for this stream. So in general, what do you think the format's going to be if it's anything like this?
Well, judging by the other stuff we've seen as well, and not just the stuff we've seen at this LLDS, by other Yugi tubers as well, like this format's been blown wide open, and it's going to do a lot of weird things.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see.
It's going to be interesting to see what decks come out of this format, especially the stuff like Madolchi or Light Swans.
Yeah, well, we're likely to see them. They're gonna pop up because now that Cosmo and Monarchs aren't like aggressively destroying the other decks, like some rogue can pop back up. I'm pretty sure someone yesterday wanted to play Evil Swarms, but couldn't find the necessary cards.
Yeah.
And thus he ended up playing
Evil Swarms is really good this format, to be fair.
Say that again?
Evil Swarms is really good this format, to be fair, so...
like they've been power creeped, and I think the Demise decks are inherently better. However, that said, if Demise had gone to 2 or even 1 on the last list, you could quite easily play that in your standard Evil Swarm lineup. Which is what I planned to do, that's why I picked up an Evil Swarm core, and then when it didn't get hit, I sold it.
Yeah.
But yeah. nothing really else to say on it really. The format it's pretty similar, although we just don't have the bad taste in form of monarchs and stuff left over.
Yeah. So we've actually been talking about this for about an hour now. The 8 deck list.
Just under.
Just under an hour.
Yeah.
So do you want to do the card discussions or just leave that for another day?
Yeah, we're probably better off leaving it for another day.
Okay, so do you have anything else to say about the deck list other than what you just said before you sum it all up?
Nope, I'm good. Well, I'm not. I'm actually shit at Hearthstone, but yeah, I'm good.
You're shit at Hearthstone because you're trying to just discuss this at the same time.
Yeah, I'm actually not really focused on Hearthstone at all at the moment, so that's why I was doing pretty bad at it.
Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this live stream that we're doing. Hopefully we can do something like this every Sunday, so if you do want to see that, thumbs up the video and subscribe to the channel. But goodbye.